Freeman here. Today we're gonna be looking into the Black Friday sale for War Thunder. If you guys don't know, there's a sale right now from November 28th to December 5 for 4 of these vehicles right here. So we have the Black Shark Pack, the M18 Black Cat Pack, the A43 Black Prince Pack, the P-61A-11 Black Widow Pack, and also a unique title you can get, the back-to-back, if you get the bundle. So here's the thing. If you buy the bundle, you get a 50% off sale. If you buy it independently, you can actually get it 30% off each of the packs. Some of these packs are worth it, some of these packs are not. But I'm going to be reviewing each one of them. I did stream 6 hours last day just playing these exact vehicles to make sure that I get the idea properly of all these 4 vehicles. So I'm going to give you guys my opinion and also if they're worth getting or not. Now for my first vehicle, it's going to be the P-61A-11 that's at the battle rating of 3.7 America. So this plane right here is a unique plane in a way it combines 2 roles together. One is an interceptor role and the other one is a cast role. So this plane can be good against going after bombers or other planes if they're doing a head-on-head with you, long as they're not that maneuverable. Because if you look at the gun, it comes with 20mm cannons. This 20mm cannon is disgusting at destroying planes because if you bring stealth rounds or air target rounds, you can destroy them instantly because the stealth round has 16.34 grams of explosive. But if you bring ground target rounds, you have 39mm of pen. And at this PR, there's a lot of vehicles that doesn't have much armor at the top, especially German vehicles like the Panzer IVs, Panzer IIIs, Stugs, Hetzers, even the Jag Panzer. There's like so many. And before you say, oh, T-34, yeah, you can kind of pen the T-34, but you have to be a very specific angle. And the other part of this plane is that the top machine gun can go at the very top. Like if you go under the bomber, you can shoot them under their like blind spot if they don't have any machine gun under them. This is like a unique thing, but at the same time, you don't really have a good time defending yourself because there's a blind spot on this plane. Because if you look over here, this little rudder, it will block your machine gun unless they go at the very back of you. That's when you can hit them. And at the same time, it doesn't have any down machine guns to defend itself. So if anybody goes under you, you will not be able to shoot them down. That's like a little bit of downside on this plane. And the other thing is, this plane has bomber view, meaning you can easily drop your 1,000-pound bombs. By the way, do not bring the 1,600-pound bombs. They're not that useful because they're designed to take out ships. And you're not going after ships. You're going to be going after tanks. So bring the 1,000-pound bomb because the ratio of destruction is over 12mm. So this is the other advantage of this plane. And the other one that makes it a lot better to the other version. This is actually another version of this plane in the tech tree. And it's over here, the P-61C-11. I'll talk about that later, what's the difference. But the main difference is this plane has less engine max speed power compared to the Tech 3 one, and also, but what makes this plane better than the Tech 3 one is it has bomber view. So those 2 bombs, you can like snipe targets far away. Those AAs, example. If you're really up top in the sky, you can just use your bomber view and snipe them out and get away. And also, when you're diving down at a target, you can actually turn really well because the moment you drop 1 bomb, you can make a flip and go back again to use the second bomb as soon as possible if you're good at planes. Now I'm going to be talking about the difference between this plane and the Tech 3 version, the P-61C-1. So this one right here has more engine powers. It also comes with more bombs and has fire extinguisher and has the same armament as weapons and guns. That's like a little bit of a difference. And the other thing is, it has air brakes. That's right, this plane has air brakes. It's making your landing a lot more easier compared to the Black Friday vehicle. That's the only difference. And the other thing is, both planes do come with radar. That's 8.50 kilometer range. For me, it's not that useful because I use this plane for tank realistic, but if you guys are interested in playing like air, it can be handy to go after bombers. It is 8-kilometer range after all. Now, if I recommend this plane, no, I don't. This is not something I would recommend getting because you can kind of experience this plane in the tech tree because just buying the P-61B1 because it's just not unique. Plus, it's not that meta in my opinion. Now for the next vehicle, it's the M18 Black Cat. So this is a rank 3 vehicle, battle rating of 6.0. So this vehicle right here is the exact same copy as the M18 GMC. There is absolutely no differences in the stat card. You can look at it. Like, you see any different? Nope, there's no different at all. Except the M18 GMC has like a muzzle brake and a little bit of a different visual on the armor thing, but they're exactly the same. And there's a little bit of track armor over here, but you can see it doesn't really matter because same armor over here. The muzzle brake doesn't really matter. It doesn't change any gun penetration or the muzzle brake of the gun. Because if you have a look at the gun, has a muzzle brake of 792 kilometers and 792 kilometers. So there is no different at all. So other than that, this vehicle is meta because it's a really good vehicle to get. Since at 6.0, the Black Cats or the M18s are the main vehicles that counter Tiger 2s, Panthers, and Tiger H1s, and Germany in general. Because this vehicle's, like if you look at the speed right here, 80 kilometers forward and 25.9 kilometer speed, can get you in certain map positions where you can counter the Tigers and other players. Because their vehicles are really slow and you're really, really fast. And on top of that, if somebody shoots you at the side, you don't have enough armor to detonate the round, because if they fire APC BC shell, it will go in and go out on the other side. Unless they hit your ammo or your turret ring, you'll be pretty much fine because the round will not detonate. It will kill you, probably your gunner or your commander or your loader, and you can just use your drivers to just run away. Again, no armor is best armor at this BR because it will survivability. Unless they hit you in the very front though. That's where the problem becomes real, because it will just go through and take all your crew out, and it might detonate the round if they hit the engine. Now, one more thing I would like to say, that this is, like I said, it's a good vehicle to get, and also you need to be mindful of your gun though, because your gun has only 149mm penetration, so you need to always go for side shots. And you can bring APC around. I don't kind of recommend not doing this because it has 191mm pen at 10 meters, and 100 meters has only 186. So you need at least 185mm penetration to take out a Tiger 2. Majority of the time, if you ever fight a Tiger 2, you have to aim for the barrel, take the barrel out, and then you go for a side shot. Because that's the main way you want to play this vehicle, is always having side shots, not in front. You want to fight Panther 2s. Tiger 1s, you can take a front shot, but Tiger 2s, no. Very, very bad idea. Other than that, this vehicle is worth getting. I would recommend getting it. Now for the next one is the Black Prince. It's a rank 4 vehicle, battle rating is 6.0. So I want to say right now, this vehicle is super, super slow. So I want you to imagine you have a World War II vehicle that you keep up armoring and you don't change the engine. And that's what British did. The UK did this, where you have the World War II engine of 355 horsepower with so much armor and so much weight where it can barely move forward, had only 18 kilometer forward speed and 7.3 kilometers backward speed. So this engine is not enough to carry this tank forward much, and is slower than the mouse. At least the mouse has 20 kilometer forward speed, while this one is super, super slow. And if you look at the Churchill, bang, same engine, just a little bit modified, a little bit different, but exactly the same horsepower. 355 horsepower and 20 kilometers forward speed. There is a little bit of difference in the Black Prince compared to the Churchill, but the main difference is that the armor and the gun is been increased. It has a lot of armor as long as you don't look at the tanks, because there's like a difference in armor. See this? 155. It's all over the place. There's some part that's really, really armored. At the same time, if you look directly at the enemy, you're gone, because they can just shoot you through your whole tank, your lower hull, and even your barrel can be easily taken out. You have to be super careful from not looking directly at the enemy unless you want to shoot at them. And on top of that, the main weakness I feel this tank was somewhere over here, like it's not enough, and on top of here. If any tank is above you, they can just shoot you over here, you're gone. It's game over because the way it's angle of the armor over here, right? And if you angle yourself, you are kind of hard to take down. Long as, what I recommend doing is fighting this tank at long distances. If the longer distance, the harder that they're gonna have a chance of penetrating you. You do have a very quick reload time, over 5.5 seconds if you have an ace crew, or 5.8 seconds for me currently, because that's my crew training. And the other thing is, the gun is a 76.2mm and has an APDS round. So with the APDS round, it is a advantage and a disadvantage, because if you know where the enemy gunners are, where enemy ammo are, you can do good with this gun, because you can go through holes of Panthers and Tiger 1 easily, but and also Tiger 2's, because Tiger 2's ammo is back of the turret, right? And since I know that, I know where to shoot, I can just destroy the Tiger 2 with one shot, because I know where the ammo is. But if you meet more tanks that has different ammo, and you don't know where it is, they can take you out, like, because the shrapnel damage on this round is very bad. Because when it hits the target, it doesn't like go too much everywhere. It's more like using a AP round, but an AP round that can go through a lot of armor. You can bring the other round. It has more shrapnel, but you sacrifice more penetration. What I recommend doing is always bring APDS round and some HE shell. Take out those vehicles that doesn't have any armor at all. And that's all I want to say. Like, it's the gameplay is super slow. I did get a nuke with this on my stream. I wish I recorded it. It would have been pretty cool, but I didn't record it. Because I got a nuke because I was fighting Tiger 1s and Panthers. Since I know where the ammo of those tanks are, I could easily take them out. But if you have more knowledge of the vehicles, the more better you can play the Black Prince. And it, again, it's super slow, but if you want to get it, I would kind of recommend it. But the days of this tank ruling War Thunder is kind of over, because there's been a lot of vehicles now that can pen it, and especially Israel. Like Israel's heat shell tanks, so any heat shell tanks at all, or dirt cans can easily take you out, because the armor at the hull of the tank is 25 millimeters. And any machine gun at the top of the tank can also take you out. Like, I mean, planes, cast planes with enough penetration can take you out. So you have to be super careful. And also your engine too. And this is one of those vehicles where you have a defense though. You have a defense, and that's a smoke screen. You can use your smoke grenades. You have a lot of them, and you can take cover while repairing. And the turret rotation speed is pretty good too, I would say, like in my experience playing this vehicle. But you always need to remember to angle. And if you do a wrong angling, like I'll do protection analysis right now. And I will bring Germany, and we will use the Panther. The Panther gun is like has 192 millimeter penetration. So even if you angle, there is a little bit of a weak spot over here, and it hits the ammo. So imagine if you fight something with more penetration than a Panther, you're pretty much a goner. But if you do over angle, you can do good. At the same time, you have to be careful on angling your turret, because you have to be looking at the tank like this to get the best armor. At the same time, if they hit you over here, see, you can easily get penetrated. The armor is kind of good and kind of bad. So you have to be very RNG. You have to pray to God you don't get penetrated. It's all about positioning on this vehicle. Like if you're like longer distance, I guess you could survive. Like, I don't know, 1,000 meters. Okay, there you go. 1,000 meters, they have a hard time penetrating you. At the same time, there is a chance of them like destroying your breach. So yeah, but this is an expensive tank, and I also want to say this tank was exclusively available in Steam a couple of years back. But they kind of made it available as a G purchase, and I was able to get my hands on it. That's how I got my Black Prince. I didn't get it from the bundle though. But anyway, that's all I want to say about the Black Prince. Now for the final vehicle, it's the K50. It's a rank 6 vehicle at a battle rating of 11.3. I really do want to like this vehicle, but the glory days of the K50s are gone. They're long gone. If you were here like 5 or 6 years ago, this vehicle will be very good, where you just destroy MBTs and make the life of them miserable. But nowadays, not anymore. There's too many vehicles at this PR that has proxy shells. If you get close to them, you're dead. And late game, you're dead too, because they're gonna spawn AA systems that has a longer range now, has over 8 kilometer, or sometime if you get the up tier to 12.3 or 12.0, they have a SAM sight system that can just easily take you out the moment you leave your airfield. I mean your helicopter pad. Again, this vehicle days are over to be meta. It's more of a yellow vehicle now. Like the moment you spawn in, you go ride, you get 1 tank destroyed or 2 tanks destroyed if you're lucky, and then you're gone. Because the moment you destroy those tanks, they're gonna spawn an AA system, they lock onto you, and you're gone. Or if you spawn and you fight, I don't know, example, France. If you fight France, and you fight the EBRC Jaguar, that currently, there's a lot of vehicles that are similar to this that are like available now. They can easily take you out by either using the HETF. This is the proxy shell that will just get destroyed the moment you get close to you. And there's a lot of vehicles like this now. There used to be only Germany, right? It used to be only Germany, the the bulk Panzer 57, where the people would use this, right? But nowadays, those days are gone too, because they have upgraded systems now where you have vehicles that just lock onto you, and at the same time, they have proxy shells. Example, Sweetie. Sweetie has the AA system. Like, example, the Bill has those shells, like this one's right here, HEBT. But there's also the AA system that they have that's called the LVKB9040. So this vehicle has a radar and has those type of shells that can just lock onto you. So they have a lot easier time taking you out the moment you try to get close. At the same time, like I mentioned before, there's SAM sites that are in the game now where if you spawn in, you're a goner. There's not much you can do. And now I'm not be talking about the armaments. For the armaments of the K50, it comes with a lot, but it doesn't have all of them compared to its brother. Its brother, the K52, has a lot more guns than this one, and also has 2 crew members at the same time, has thermals. The K50 doesn't get thermals, so meaning you have a harder time sniping players at long range distances compared to your bigger brother, the K52, that has thermals and you can snipe and you can easily see the battlefield where the targets are. That's one of the advantages of the non-premium version of this, or the upgraded version of this, but it's at the same time, it's in a higher BR. But this one right here doesn't come with thermals, but does come with like the some of the armaments. Like example, the 9K127 Vekar air-to-ground missiles. It does have an 8-kilometer range. You cannot, like, if you're, that's the thing again, you can fire them at 8 kilometers or 7 kilometers to be more safe and more precise, because that's a safe range to fire those missiles. At the same time, it's not safe for you to be at 7 kilometers because you're going to get taken out by the AA systems. And for the other stuff, it does come with bombs. They're completely useless. I don't recommend. You do get the air-to-air missiles. I kind of try using them. They weren't that useful because the closer you are, the easier it is for the planes to take you out too. At the same time, you do have your machine gun. Your machine gun has a lock-on system where you can lock on to enemy planes. And that's how I took out majority of my planes. Like, if a plane's trying to get near me and I hear them coming, I just lock onto them. At the same time, you do have a defensive mechanism in the helicopter where if somebody locks onto you and fire their missile, you can fire chaff and flares at the same time. And it's automatic. It is automatic. It's kind of useful because at least you don't need to manually press the button. So it's automatic. You can save your life sometimes. Sometimes. The keyword is sometimes. It's not going to be always. 90% of the time, you're gone because they lock onto you, you're dead. And the other thing about this plane is that it is pretty fast. It's pretty fast, pretty maneuverable, even though it looks like it's a giant brick, but it's not. I find the performance of this plane pretty good. But but again, the gameplay of this plane has completely changed now. Instead of before, where it could survive and run away and come back again, those days are completely gone. Where at the moment you spawn in, you have to commit a YOLO run. So when I say a YOLO run, you go in there and try to shock the enemy and try taking out the guys, the MBTs, 1 or 2 of them, because there's going to be your main targets to take out by using your ballistic computer. Your ballistic computer does help you use your rockets. So you have like 80 of those rockets to take them out. They can help you out to go after ground targets. And they're pretty easy. I find them they're pretty easy, but at the same time, the moment I take 1 or 2 out, they're going to spawn AA system and I'm dead. That's just how my experience been. I tried my absolute best to make this vehicle useful, but with all the maps we have in War Thunder, some maps are just not designed for helicopter. They're too flat. So you don't have any cover to go hide behind. So that's another weakness of this helicopter, where if you're in the wrong map, then your helicopter is completely useless. And also the main weakness that I feel that I have a big problem is the lineup. Because if you have a look at the Russian tank lineup at 11.3, you don't really have much options. You only have the T-90. You can up-tier some of your T-80Ps or your other vehicles. True, that's what I did to make this vehicle useful. At the same time, if you up-tier them, like bring the T-80U or the T-72B3, you're going to be fighting a higher BR. And higher BR means bigger AA systems that you're not going to be able to defend yourself. So that's another problem of the K50. So if I recommend this or not, no, I do not recommend the K50. It's not that good. Unless you have a lot of money and you want to spend them, go ahead. But what I recommend getting is, instead of buying this helicopter, if you want to actually have fun, and what my friends been telling me, if you're a scaled player, I would recommend getting a G Lynx. It's a lot better than the KF50. That's the whole reason is the lower BR. That's the key thing about this game. The lower the BR, the more useful the helicopters can become sometimes, because there's fewer AA system. But at this BR right now, there's just too many AA system, and that makes the K50 bad.